Josh, can you go on the FanDuel? Do me a favor. Go log on to the sportsbook and click on that 30% boost offer.
Okay.
And tell me if they have a max bet size for you. Because I know you haven't bet on FanDuel all that much yet, right?
Never.
Okay. It would say number 4 for me is where it shows max bet size.
Okay. I would do this if I wasn't locked out of my FanDuel account right now.
They locked you out?
It happens constantly. So I'm
It happened to
constantly
me
changing
like
my
5 days.
password.
There's also a time where your balance was just disappearing every day and you couldn't bet on anything.
Oh, that's just DFS for me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. How lucky are we? Some 7-game early slate action? Not bad.
Buddy. No.
Not bad. I didn't play last night. Played the day games, but I didn't play last night. I will say, pleased to see Hunter Brown did what we expected him to do at that grossly underpriced salary. Very solid game. How did you, because I know you did play it and you had 50% Brown. How'd you do?
Not well. I had one lineup break free, but I petered out at like 40th or 50th or something like that.
Dude, Josh and I, by the way, what's up, everyone? Happy to have you with us. Take one single second, if you don't mind, and atone for your sins here. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Goes a long way for us, and we appreciate you for it. You were live for a long time.
Yeah.
On the early slate.
First and second for a bit.
Looked so good early on because
Homer double to start the game. I was cranking it on my couch.
Gibson scratched.
Yeah.
So then it changed by the way, he was scratched like as the game started.
I got mad and started looking to swap everything out. When I figured out what I wanted to do, I was just like, this game started 5 minutes ago. I did everything for nothing.
I know. But Liberator comes in and I said to you, I was like, there's got to be something about not knowing you're going to pitch. And then they just go, hey, it's your day, pal.
First pitch, gone.
Gone. If you look at the box score, just so you know, if you look at the box score, Kyle Gibson is in the box score.
Really?
Yes. That's how late the scratch was. Kyle Gibson is in the box.
Oh, speaking of scratches, like we talked yesterday, Spencer Howard didn't even play.
I know. This feels like bad. Do you know what I said to Josh yesterday? I was like, I got the kids by myself for a little bit, which is usually no problem to set lineups. Like I'll just run the Sims, no problem, get them. It's simple. Like assuming I know what I'm getting into and I've already looked at the slate, which I did. That's a 10-minute process.
Yeah.
There's been so many scratches with these games spaced out that I don't want to have to stare at my phone the whole time. Like
I picked up my phone and you send me a DM. You're like, oh, there's a scratch. You're like, oh, there's another scratch.
Yeah. And I think they were, for the most part, inconsequential, but still.
Yeah.
It's getting ridiculous.
It's not, it doesn't make it more fun.
No. You should be able to walk away, right? Like you should be able to
that's the goal, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, what's up, everybody? It's the MLB early live before lock show. Really only what? One slate today. I will say there's 25K up top for the late slate.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
It's good. I'll play it. I won't be happy about it, but I will play it.
Yeah. It's only 2 games, which sucks, but wait till you see the pitching for that one. That'll get you excited. But anyway.
That'll get everybody all pumped up.
Yeah. We're gonna break it all down. Also, little homer parlay action today. I mean, I figure with the amount that I bet homers and that we throw them in the Discord and over on Odd Shopper, and now you've been diving into it since betting's gone live in North Carolina. Why not do a homer parlay? We'll do it in a little bit. Here's how it's going to work. I'll give one. Josh gives one, right? And then we will poll you guys with what do you say? 3 maybe? And then the winner of that one goes into the parlay. And then we create a monster parlay that could win big.
I love it.
I'm going to hit one of those big ones soon enough, dude.
I'm going to hit it today. We're going to hit it today.
Yeah. As Borat said,
my wife.
He said, but Bilo break his cage and he get this. One day we will get this.
Never saw it.
Never seen, you will never get this. You've never seen Borat?
No,
Oh
wasn't
my God.
interested.
I used to watch that with my mom, dude. I used to watch like that wild, she loved those ridiculous movies. You will never get this.
Never saw it.
One day he get this. Anyway, we will get this. But yeah, Jake, do it. Zero chance my 8-leg homer parlay doesn't hit today. Isn't it funny how you go into stuff like you craft a parlay, and in your mind sometimes you just go like, this is gonna hit. You know what I
It's
mean?
like it's a 50-50 proposition.
When really the odds of and then when it doesn't hit, you come back to reality, right? And you go,
Of course it
yeah,
didn't hit.
of course it did. Exactly. Of course it didn't hit.
He's such a
Anyway,
moron.
let's get into it. Yeah, like I shouldn't have put a full unit on that 30,000 to 1. But here we go.
I hate every bit of everything I'm doing today.
It's an odd one. I look at this slate as far as pitching is concerned. I want to know how you feel, how you guys in chat feel too. Maybe I'm just on an island. I don't like it. I mean, there isn't a single spot where I just go, hey, that looks really good. Like, okay, fine. You want to make the argument for Seth Lugo, fine. The guy's almost $10,000. Like Luis Gil's almost 11K. Sure, he's been awesome. Baltimore doesn't just roll over. Like that's still a tough spot. Simeon Woods Richardson's getting 19%. Zach Littell's getting 15%. That guy's been shitty. Old Spaghetti Head's getting 30%.
It might be a little bit higher once they add my exposure in.
What are you getting?
Twice that.
You getting 60?
Yeah, well, a little bit more, but yeah.
On who?
Spaghetti.
Okay.
And it's not much better for Simeon Woods Richardson, which sounds like a WNBA player.
Isn't it wild that he doesn't hyphenate his name, by the way?
Is his middle name just Woods and he goes by the full
That's
thing?
what I'm wondering. And the thing I think that bothers me most about that is you can't give him like a cool acronym.
Oh,
you know, like
SWR doesn't roll off the tongue.
It's so bad. It takes as long to say his name, basically.
I don't. Yeah. Well, hopefully he pitches well. He goes as deep in the game as his name is long today.
Yeah, let's hope he does. He hasn't even been that bad. I mean,
I basically don't have Luis Gil and Seth Lugo, and I only have the dog shit of the rest of this slate. So it should be a real fun time.
Can just tell me you have no tie block.
I do not have tie block.
Okay. So then hold on a second. Let's work backwards. Let's work in reverse here. Now that you've kind of,
I think I'll be starting at the bottom either way. So I'm working from the bottom either way.
Now that you've unburied the lead, where are your exposures concentrated here?
At pitching?
Yeah.
I have 4 guys above 20% at this moment. That would be Spaghetti, Richardson, Mackenzie Gore, who is a name that I feel comfortable saying out loud, and Ryan Nelson.
You always get to old Ryan.
Yeah. I don't know why. He stinks. It's a terrible matchup. Every bit of this sucks.
Well,
I'm projected for less than 10 fantasy points. It's not like I think he's good.
Here's the good news. Pitching is just not good on this slate.
It's really bad. Well, here's the problem. The best pitchers are hard to get to because the overwhelmingly best team is also incredibly expensive.
Have you seen their run total?
So I have it at 7, which means we probably have it at like 7.4 or 7.5.
Well, I've seen other spots, not just us, like sports books. If you were to, take the totals at 7.5.
This is from an hour ago, so if it could have continued to go up. Last I grabbed, the total was 12. Okay. Either way, 7+. They've become like a real problem on this slate. They're on such a different level than everybody else. And it is not close.
Explain what you mean by a real problem.
Like their odds of succeeding today are so dramatically different
Right.
than everybody else's. They're 30% to be the top stack. And when I ran it, like normally I do feel like I run a little heavier on the top. We have it at 31.3% top stack odds. I have it at 30.8. Oh, I mean, I'm dead on the number of 31 matching the site. They're 30. I mean, here's the easiest way to describe it. 31% of the time, the Dodgers are the top stack. Their aggregate ownership right now is 16%. They are the top stack twice as frequently as they're owned right now.
That is insane. Right.
Meanwhile, the Rockies are 8% to be the top stack, 3% owned. So the Dodgers are breaking for me because I think they're under-owned based on their top stack odds. And that seems like spot on for me. But I also think the Rockies are dramatically under-owned. No ownership whatsoever. They have the third highest top stack odds and the lowest ownership. I assume our ownership has to correct for that.
You would absolutely think so.
So I'm jamming the Rockies and the Dodgers today. And I don't know I don't know how to stop that. Everything in the data says it looks great.
I'm about to tell you something that may please you, but does not please me.
Chris Flexen?
No. You want to know how much of the spaghetti head I have?
More than me, it sounds.
55%, but I have 58% SWR.
Yeah, it's right.
41% Mackenzie Gore.
That's how you roster the Dodgers today, I guess.
Pretty much.
I assume you have the Dodgers.
What's that?
I assume you have the Dodgers.
Not much. I only have 83% Miguel Vargas, 70% Ohtani, 58% Chris Taylor, 35% Andy Pages. So I have trace amounts, you could say.
This is going to be awful.
Dude, if the Dodgers go out and score 3 runs against Ty Blach. Oh, also, there's weather in that game.
Yeah, we should probably have that conversation too.
I'm not super concerned about it because I don't have any I have 4.7% Gavin Stone. That's it. So I don't really care.
Yeah, I have 4% of Stone. I'm not worried about it for the bats. They're going to play the game. The Tampa Bay Minnesota game is probably a little bit scarier.
Yeah. Yes, agreed. Here's what I can tell you. As it stands, I'm rolling the dice and playing a ton of Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Likewise.
also this is one of those spots where I'm willing to take the risk.
Yeah. I mean, their run total is 2 runs higher than anybody else on the slate.
Ty Blach is bad.
Yeah, it's a all-star team offense at the top of the order. I mean, Shohei Ohtani is 7K today.
Yeah, he's been.
I thought he was 6,900 recently.
He was 69, but the opening game of the series, he was 7K, and he had like 30 fantasy points.
Yeah, like he's 7K, 5,800 Will Smith, 6,300 Freddie Freeman, $5,900 Teoscar. Like those first 4 guys, they should be that price. There's a reason this run total is so high. Ty Blach sucks. The Rockies suck. Coors is awesome for offense. Insanity, dude.
There's no way this slate ends well for me.
I'm going to need 100 runs from the Dodgers. He was 7K yesterday. I could have swore he was 6,900. What do I know? My memory's dog shit.
I have 67% Dodger 5-mans.
I do if I don't make some manual adjustments.
This may be a spot where I look to do something because they're getting jammed.
Yeah, I just like I don't know what to do with that information.
You know what? Because I just ran the Sims. I just ran the lineups like what 5 minutes ago. What preceded me running my lineups was me asking you, why are the Dodgers a problem? And you know, in what way?
Yeah.
I now see why the Dodgers are a really big problem.
Like 1 out of every 3 days you play this slate, we think they're the top stack. Basically.
What exposure to Dodger stacks do you have right
Okay. If I don't do anything
now?
to manually adjust my stuff, I'm going to delete all of my adjustments. If I don't manually adjust my stuff, I end up with 31 Rocky stacks and 14 Dodger stacks. I end up over the field on the Dodgers, and I end up with, currently we're projecting the Rockies with 23% ownership. I end up with 348 if I make no manual adjustments. It's just all Dodgers or all Rockies for me. And then the Dodgers fill out everything else.
Oh, wow. So we're really flipped on this.
I mean, I'm still over the field on the Dodgers.
Then
It's just I
how are
can't
you
stop hitting
getting
the Rockies.
so much spaghetti and Woods Richardson and stuff? Like you're getting the
Because my three mans, my two mans, and my solos are all just
all
the
Dodgers.
best hitters that are just the best hitters that
Gotcha.
exist across the board. Like anytime I have a Rocky stack, I can fill in with the absolute nuts everywhere else, no matter who we think that is at the time. So like it can be Judge, Witt, Gunnar Henderson, Soto, Jose Ramirez, Royce Lewis. Like these are the type of guys that I could just get to very easily now.
And yeah, Josh of Los Angeles. Oh no, it's Josh Gilman, actually. Almost 90-degree weather and 15+ mile per hour winds blowing out the center is great weather. Yeah, it's great. I'm seeing 10, but could be 15. Either way.
Yeah. Not bad, that's for sure.
Like if you wanted to bet the Dodgers over 9.5 runs, getting it plus 220. It's ridiculous.
Well, there you go. Like if they score more than 9.5 runs at plus 220, like, you know, we're starting to think about like needing 10+ runs to win a slate to be the top scoring stack. And you're right around that 30% mark. You're getting, you know,
yeah,
you're basically spot on the number.
It also matters how they do it, though. They're so expensive. It matters how they get those runs. Like,
oh yeah,
you can't have them walked and singled in. You know, like these.
Well, that is sort of the problem with Colorado. It definitely lends itself to be more of a walk, single, double type park more than a just like homer park.
Correct. Yeah. That in mind, it's not going to make a difference. I do think I'm going to put some cap on. So put it this way: if I were to play it the way I have it now, it's either I have my best day of the season, or I lose everything.
Yeah, that feels right. If this Coors game doesn't go the way of the data, which is basically like a 40% chance that one of the two teams are the best team, if I hit the other 60% side, I'm not going to have any money today.
Yeah. That's a blunt way to put it, for sure.
I'm going to have a lot of blunts if this game's 3-2.
Yeah. Oh God. I'm just waiting for me to kind of forget it's happening because it's a 3 o'clock game, and then pull it up at like 5 and just see that it's 2-0.
But well, the worst part's going to be I'm going to have so much exposure to this game that I'm going to be currently winning $0 when it starts, and then it's not going to get better when it's 2-1.
It'll be like you're winning 73 and then you somehow zero out.
Yeah. Oh my God, I hate all of it.
But okay, one other thing about this spot, and this is the reason that I'm getting so many Dodger 5-mans. It's not just because they have a 7.5 run total. There's actually more to it than this. Andy Pages is batting 5th. He's 4,400. Okay.
Yeah.
With the platoon advantage against Ty Blach. Rojas is batting 6th. He's $4,000. That's the issue. Dude, even Vargas batting 7th is 3,300. Kike Hernandez is 3,200. I get that some of these guys are bottom of the order, but this team isn't actually that expensive. It's expensive, obviously. But outside of like Ohtani, Freeman, Hernandez, and Smith, you have 5 players, 5 bats in this lineup that are Coors cheap. Put it that way. They're Coors cheap.
I have every bat on the Dodgers as a positive leverage play, and they're 30% owned in the aggregate. Or 16% owned in the aggregate, rather. Sorry, I was thinking about their top stack odds.
Who do we have as the highest individual bats for Dodgers?
Owned.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith was 18. Shohei Ohtani 16. Andy Page is 17. Rojas 16. I also would not be surprised at all if all of these guys come in like 4% higher than that.
I agree. But batting fifth and sixth, Pages and Rojas at 44 and 4,000. That's just.
I might bump all of their ownership manually a little bit, both the Dodgers and the Rockies, on the off chance that that's just coming in a little bit low, and that part of that is helping to drive me to get to everybody. Dude, I'm rostering so much Rockies. I'm getting old Rockies. Like I have Todd Helton in 10% of my lineups because they look so good today.
Yeah, Tulo's popping up at minimum salary.
Larry Walker is my most exposed guy. That's how much Colorado I'm getting to.
It's all right. So let me back up for a second. Oh, by the way, look, what's up?
So I went and picked up drinks before I started this. I was feeling a little low on the caffeine, grabbed a Red Bull, and then got a vanilla sweet cream Starbucks cold brew can. So I knocked back that.
Are you rotating them?
No, I drank one and now I'm drinking the other.
Back to back?
Yeah.
How much caffeine's in the Starbucks one?
I don't know.
You're going back to back on those?
Probably like 150 if I had to guess.
And then a Red Bull's probably.
Red Bull definitely says it on the can. 150 in the Red Bull. Call it 100 for the Starbucks.
What is it? A Starbucks Nitro?
Yeah, Starbucks Vanilla Nitro.
How many ounces is it?
12. Oh, 9.6, I guess. It's the low cap. Okay, 110.
Okay.
So 260 or whatever total?
That's a decent amount to just crush.
That's my. Well, I had a coffee earlier today too. Anyway, that's not the point. I drank the Red Bull. Obviously, a distinct flavor to the Red Bull. I wasn't paying attention. Took the first sip of vanilla sweet cream. Was not ready for the distinctly different. I thought something went wrong. I thought I picked up I didn't know what I just drank, and it freaked me out. I bet
the sweet cream one is good.
Delicious.
Why get sugar-free Red Bull if you're drinking a sugary drink there?
Well, they don't make sugar-free vanilla sweet cream nitros, or I would get it.
All right. I might try one.
I don't. The last thing I need from the Red Bull is the sugar.
That's true. You're just looking to get caffeine.
Yeah, like I don't put sugar in my coffee, but they don't make cans of. They don't make cans of what I want.
I drink black coffee. Straight black, baby. Straight black coffee.
I got nothing for this one.
What other stacks are we going to? This is I know. Listen,
what other stacks? 45 of my stacks are the Dodgers and the Rockies. I'm out of the most I have of anybody else is 2.
Right now, like 110 of mine are just the Dodgers.
That's what I'm saying. The show's over. And what other stacks are we getting to? None of them.
All right, hold on a second. I want to take these exposure caps and just drop it a little bit on the Dodgers.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, come on, that's a ludicrous number I'm getting.
Yeah, I don't need 348% of Colorado. I certainly don't need 36% of Amador.
Guess what my Dodgers exposure is, stack exposure is, if you include 3- and 4-man stacks?
100.
Yeah, 96.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might keep
unedited 10 5-man Colorado stacks, 21 4-man stacks, and 11 3-man stacks.
Crazy.
Yeah. Like, again, I am manually overriding that. I'm the worst ranking Colorado lineups for me are going to get cut out for other teams.
I might not. I don't know yet. I'll decide.
I'm going to be heavy on both of these teams. Way heavier than most people. But I could have 15 Colorado stacks and still be one of the heaviest Colorado.
You don't need 50 of them.
Right.
One of the stacks that I found that like Minnesota's not getting much love at all. I thought, and that's a weather spot that's a little concerning. I thought against Littell, who's just not been good, that would be a decent enough spot. let's talk through a couple of these though. Houston, 12% top stack probability. It's easily the second highest. It's just miles behind the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So they're getting, I mean, they're appropriately owned against Chris Flexen. What do you make of that spot?
Let me pull it back up. Kind of indifferent. We have it 3.7% top stack for Minnesota. That's second worst of any team on the slate. I'm a little bit more optimistic. I have them ninth. I'm about a percentage point higher with regards to top stack. Littell's not great, doesn't miss enough bats, projects as a below average dude. Park is relatively neutral. It's the run total in this game that's really surprising me. 8 run total, 4.2. I have it at 4.2 for the Twins. We probably have it at like 4.4, 4.5. This is an oddly low run environment, especially for two pitchers that like don't necessarily profile as all that good. And like the Twins lineup isn't bad. It's sort of just average. I think like I don't know. They're probably more in. They feel like they should be more interesting.
I thought they would be. I really thought that they would at least pop a little bit, like at least as a leverage spot. They're really not. And then once you include weather, by the way, we got the Rockies lineup.
Nice. Todd Helton, Larry Walker.
Yeah. No Tovar.
Oh, that's a shame. He was my second most exposed guy at 68%.
I was gonna say, it makes you wonder, like, does your exposure to the Rockies as a whole drop with a different looking lineup?
No, it won't. It sure won't.
Alvarez, I thought Alvarez was going to be out today, or at least we didn't know because he was dealing with a personal issue. If he was out, that Houston lineup starts to look really bad. But,
yeah, he's a very different guy. I mean, he like legitimately moves lines.
I was thinking if
Tovar being out changes nothing for the Rockies. Like you wouldn't even know it if you looked at the betting line. You take Yordan Alvarez out of a lineup and like they are less likely to win and the total is going down.
Big time. Same with Tucker, and he's already out.
Yeah, he's exceptional.
You take Tovar is a nice young play, like he's a nice young player, but he doesn't move a thing. You're right. Chris Flexen, I actually was thinking if Alvarez was out, I would consider playing Chris Flexen at 6K, but yeah, that actually makes a difference for me. So no, I'm good there. Someone asked what we think about Kansas City. Yeah, it's just not a great park. Mitch Spence is not anything special. He's also just not been terrible either. He hasn't given up a ton of power. There's just he's one of those kind of guys where you just I'm very like apathetic on both sides. I have no real interest in getting to Mitch Spence or Kansas City at any high clip.
No, not so much.
I have essentially no Kansas City, by the way.
I have 4%. The most I have of anybody is 8% of Bobby Witt. Like the guy that I'm getting is the guy that you should get, but it's very scattered, limited amounts.
Oh, hey, stop what you're doing. And let's get this homer parlay in there because I got to bet it.
Let's do it.
I'm going, and we're doing this on FanDuel. By the way, if you guys aren't on FanDuel, not like if you're not betting on, I know you're signed up on FanDuel, but like if you're going to bet these, do it on FanDuel because we're pulling the best odds. We're pulling spots that have the best odds on FanDuel. They also have a 30% profit boost on all home runs. I don't know what your limits are going to be there. I think some are higher than others. Mine's 10. So I'm going to bet this one probably with my free bets from the Dinger Tuesday.
Bang.
Yeah.
We hit that?
No.
Did we get it this week?
No. But with Dinger, but I profited on FanDuel because I just sprayed like 4 or 5 home run bets, hit 2 of 4, and then you got the $25 in free bets coming in on the back end. So I still got those. I'm going. Let me make sure it's still at the odds I thought it was, that I bet it at earlier, because I bet this straight already.
Get ready. I'm adding one. None of us are gonna like it.
I'm shocked. Okay, Garver. Yep, Garver's still plus 520. Give me Mitch Garver.
All right, so you're going Mitch Garver. By the way, I have positive value on that. 2% positive EV on Garver.
Sweet. I love it. Not a good righty power park at all, but Logan Allen struggles big time with righty power. So I can live with that. And I think the odds are nice there.
Well, I reckon this one will be a little bit more interesting for everybody. We're going to FanDuel. Got a pretty good number on it too, plus 900.
Dude, it's a parlay. You don't have to go crazy.
It's my number one expected value home run. I'm giving out the best play I have.
Okay, so I'll bet it straight as well then. I'm going to bet this straight as well. Who is it?
Blaze Alexander.
Oh, against Gore.
293 projected WOBA from Steamer and a 132 projected ISO. Neither one of those things sound like a home run, but there is some value in plus 900. It's plus 600 at DraftKings.
Yeah, yeah. I hit an 11-1 Blaze Alexander in the first week of the season. So let's do it. I'm loading that up. We are now at plus 6,100. So let's get Josh. Let's get 3 homers to throw the poll in, and then we'll close this out before the end of the show. You guys let us know who's the 3rd home run going to be. By the way, tail this, because if one of these ends up hitting, we're going to do this more. If one of these ends up hitting, you're going to be so pissed that you weren't in on the action.
All right, let me take a look and see what we have here that looks good. Mitch Garver is my 4th best play overall.
Sweet. So we're in lockstep on that.
Yeah. Let's see, what else do we have?
Jason Gordon said Royce Lewis. Dude's been smashing the ball.
I got another relative long shot if people are interested in it.
All right.
Plus 1,100 for Alex Jackson. He's hitting in the 9 hole today against Woods Richardson.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to get all the votes.
By the way, projects for a 163 ISO via Steamer. So he's got some pop. It's either going to go yard or he's probably going to K 3 times.
I'm going to take, I don't want to put another 12-1 or whatever, 9-hole in there.
Right, I got a decent one at plus 680 for Kike.
Okay, who? Kike Hernandez?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kike Hernandez, that's Kike, Jordan.
Yeah.
Hernandez, use that as one.
I've got another one that rates out well that isn't like a shithead.
Who?
I just lost it. Shit. I think it was Mountcastle.
Against Luis Heel? Oof.
At least he's good.
This is true.
Yeah, I've got positive value on Mountcastle at plus 560. What's chat saying? Are we getting anybody is anybody repeating anything in chat?
Yes, a few. Let's see. Winker, two people went to Winker.
Okay.
I don't mind that. What are Winkers? I don't mind Winker against Arizona at all.
He's plus 480 on FanDuel, but it's plus 575 on BetMGM.
No. I'm not with that. You're losing too much.
No, that's an extra 100 points there is.
You think about that on $100 bet, that's $100 loss if you take it. You know, you win. Still,
like long term, taking that FanDuel play over the BetMGM play, you lose staggering amounts of money.
Staggering.
If you bet it just like that over and over and over again, you are costing yourself a really crazy sum. Here's the deal. The value for that one is twice as good on BetMGM for me as it is on FanDuel.
I did a video on that, a full video on how shopping odds, particularly in parlays, makes a massive, you could win 2 out of 50 and you could lose money doing it without shopping the odds, or you could win money on 2 of 50. You know, it's a crazy. All right. Who else do we have in chat? What do you guys have for us? Let's go. Let's pick one that has the best odds and we'll add it. Jordan, if you have those first 2 added, look up Stanton.
You take a look at mine.
You know what? Some people have Jose Ramirez. That's interesting. Castillo actually has coughed up a lot of power.
The Stanton line at FanDuel is the best line. I have it basically neutral, so I don't hate that one at all. You said Jose Ramirez?
Yeah.
I don't think he has one. Oh, there it is.
He does.
He has the accent mark, so it was fucking up my search.
I know. Me too.
He's plus 400 on FanDuel and plus 525 on BetMGM.
Man, BetMGM's just giving. All right, what about Naylor? Naylor's a good option. Josh Naylor, and a bunch of people mentioned that. He's got, what, 18 homers on the season? Got the platoon.
I don't know if he has a prop at FanDuel.
Huh. 420. See, no, but it's the Cleveland, it's these Cleveland spots.
Yeah, 420. And
I know
Josh,
some of you guys are
it's
going to look at this.
460 at BetMGM. So not
Yeah,
the worst.
I know some of you guys are going to look at this and be like, like, who cares if it's not the best odds? I promise you it matters. Just
it's the most important thing.
I won't bet it on a certain spot if it's not, unless I have no access to the other books. And
if you have access and you're not betting the best line, generally speaking, you're making a giant mistake. There are like qualifiers for like trying to not get limited and things that are further down the line.
Yeah, but that's,
I like the Stanton shout.
I don't mind the Stanton spot either. Let's see what the odds are there. Maybe we could throw Stanton in on the
plus 250.
Okay. Do it.
That one's a little bit more likely to happen than some of those other dick bags I named.
Let's go. Throw Stanton in there. Get the poll up. We'll talk a little bit more DFS here too. Couple people say Stephen Kwan. Yeah, but he's what, 15-1? Like it. Bet those straight.
I got a lot of value on Kwan at plus 1300. It's plus 1900 at BetMGM.
Yeah, yes, it is. BetMGM's got real good homer numbers today. Wow.
Yeah, Kwan pops in a huge way for me. It's not a likely scenario though.
MGM's homer odds today are nuts. Huh. By the way, if you guys go into our live odds page on OddsShopper, it's 100% free. And then you can just search players and pull them up and get all of their odds on every prop across the board. Everything. All right, Jordan, did you get it in there? Did you get it in? Did you put the poll up? No, we were giving them to you.
Oh, you added everybody that we started saying. Okay, so the poll needs to be
no
Stanton,
Kike, and was it Mountcastle?
Yeah.
What are the odds on those three? Stanton's 230.
Yeah. Kike is 680. And like that one's 575 at BetMGM. So we're getting the good number. And then Mountcastle is 560.
And Stanton's 250. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It is Ryan Mountcastle.
There's only three.
There are only three.
Don't let us down, fellas.
When we hit this 3-leg homer parlay, make sure you're tagging us and printing it out. It's going to be amazing.
Dude, that'd be so sick. Because I'm betting it too. Every time we do these, I promise you I will bet them myself without hesitation. Yeah.
It's going to be good, man.
It's going to be good. All right, he got it up. By the way, full disclosure, I'm voting Stanton on this one.
I bet you are.
Righty-lefty matchup. Good park. There's a lot I like about that. I'll tell you guys, I would have really liked to go Winker there, but I just can't eat 100 points of value. Like I can't eat that value at all.
Yeah.
Or lack of value, I should say.
All right. So we don't have Orioles lineup, Yankees lineup, Royals lineup, A's lineup. Is that right? Did any of those come in? Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to be what I'm playing for right now.
No, we're just, oh yeah. We're missing okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's rough.
It's not ideal.
We should, let me see here. What are the lock times? You have 3 at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
You know what I'll do? I'll use the late swap tool over at stochastic.com.
You know, that might help.
Yeah.
Almost like it does all of the things that you need it to do when shit hits the fan.
Yes, sir. Guys, you ever want to, you know where to find it. Link in the description and in chat for the Sims. But it's not just the Sims. Like you want to do a week or a month, but you get the lineup generator with it, ownership projections, top stacks tool, top pitchers tool, top hitters tool, premium Discord, player, everything that we use on this show to do the show, to build our lineups, all of that is included with that. It's not just like, oh, I only get the Sims. No, you get everything. Plus the post-contest simulator, use that every day. The late swap tool, pre-contest sim, all of that stuff is included to make your life a whole lot easier. You'll love it. You're going to build great lineups. And you know, Josh, as we were saying, you have controls over it too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to set some stack, or I'm sorry, some bit of a cap on this Dodger stack today. But can I tell you what my issue is? And I want to get your thoughts on this. And as always, chat, chime in. Where are you guys going? So here's the issue I run into.
Hit me.
I don't love any of the other stacks. It's not like Dodgers look really good, but then other teams look great as well, right? This isn't to say they can't go off. Like Logan Allen could get shelled by Seattle, and I wouldn't be the slightest bit surprised. But
No,
just
not at all.
from top to bottom, even Houston, like outside of Alvarez and a couple guys up top, that has not been a good lineup. Where do I go that I really like here? Cole Irvin's been good. You know, like,
by the way, when I slightly boost the Dodgers and Rockies ownership, it really does start to mute Colorado. It doesn't get as extreme for Colorado for me, unedited, which is what I'm looking for.
What did you just put, like a 4% boost on all of them?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Couple extra percentage points to all of their ownership. I think Houston's probably the best stack at the top end if you don't want the Dodgers. I actually have them with just like the slightest bit of positive leverage. Whereas like Tampa's pretty owned. I think I think Tampa's the most over-owned team that exists. That's not a team that I'm super interested in. That whole area in ownership, Washington, which is third, Seattle, which was fourth, Tampa, Arizona, and the White Sox. All of those teams, I think, are pretty significantly over-owned, and I'm like avoiding that area. I don't mind going to Houston. I think the Yankees have a little bit of interest, especially at their current ownership. Yankees are probably like the team that I would be most interested in. If I were building like a single entry stack, trying to get away from cores, I actually think Yankees are the team that I would go to.
Okay. You know, you mentioned a couple of them, but you're right. When you look at the White Sox and Tampa and plays spots like that, you go, hey, not bad. But then you start looking at the tools. You look at the ownership compared to the top stack probability. You look at the leverage. They are over-owned for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
by the way, Stanton won the poll.
Good. Okay.
I want to make sure I didn't want you to forget, and then you don't actually put this in. Yeah.
You're good. Where is the poll?
To the 48 of you that voted, thank you. To the 450 people that are here, 400 of you asleep at the wheel. Help us out, man. You just got to click a button.
That's it. Who do you like? By the way, you know what? There we go. You can atone for that quickly by just tapping that.
I'm gonna add something right now. Okay. You're gonna like this.
Okay.
Because I know we can do that. If you parlay the 3 homers that we gave out, Stanton,
Garver,
Mitch Garver, who the hell did I pick?
Alexander. Sir Blaze.
Oh yeah, Blaze Alexander. If you parlay those 3 and it wins, and you tweet that at us, you want to do a week or a month of Odd Shopper Premium?
Ooh. Yeah, let's go.
Anybody that can tweet proof that they hit that card, we will randomly pick one of them to win. You choose.
Well, I would say.
Or do we want to just give a week to anybody that has it?
I was going to say free weeks across the board if that hits.
Perfect. Free week across the board.
Yeah. But you have to have proof.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be on FanDuel, but I don't think you should be taking it at other books, but that's not, maybe you can't and you have no choice.
And by the way, if you are taking Winker and Naylor and those guys like Wayne Naylor, do it on BetMGM, but these are some good ones. Look, all right, let me get this in. Stanton is our last one. Odds are already dropping on this.
You guys are smashing it already?
If I plug Stanton in, we could do this all the time. Even if you guys are putting $1 on it, it's the sweat.
Yeah.
This is what makes betting extraordinarily fun. Here's the one big differentiator between betting and DFS. We love DFS, that's where we got started doing all this. But with betting, you can sweat together.
Yep.
Like you can sweat the same thing, and me winning doesn't necessarily mean that you don't win or you don't,
we can all win together.
Correct. All right. Stanton.
I just want to know what it pays.
All right. So if I put 20 on this, it pays 4,200.
So, okay. What are the actual odds for the three combined?
20,949.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Blaze Alexander, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, you put an 11 or 900 or whatever in there.
Oh, where's the fun in that? You want to have some fun.
I love it, dude. I'm all about it. All right. I'm going to throw 10 on this one.
There you go.
Why not? It's 10 to win 2,000.
I want to see it when it hits, man. When it hits, we're handing out 3 weeks of Odd Shopper. By the way, we're going to do this every day.
Every day. Hopefully you guys, I know some of you guys are just DFS, but you know what? I think sooner or later you'll find that this is very enjoyable.
Whether it's DFS or sports betting, everybody likes picking home runs.
Exactly. And everybody likes sports. Everyone likes baseball that's here. So, yeah. Awesome.
I'm running my what I assume is my final run, unless we get another lineup.
So am I.
Oh, we got the A's lineup. That one will be incredibly not important.
Oh, by the way, did
Schuerman, Blade, Andujar, Rooker, Soderstrom, Butler, Geloff, McCann, Diaz. So it's no Tyler Nevin in Oakland's lineup. It's Diaz.
Okay. Did you see Luis Castillo's strikeout prop?
I did not.
4.5. Underjuiced.
Yeah, he's not. His odds or his outs prop is like oddly low, if I remember correctly.
Like, is he even getting ownership?
I forgot he was on the slate.
Maybe he's not. Is he on the other side?
6% owned.
Yeah, isn't that nuts?
Yeah, it's ultra low.
He hasn't been, he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been great though either. Crazy to me. All right, one more question.
I'm about to know what I actually am gonna have. So
yeah, I want to know before we get out of here. I want to know what Seth Lugo you're getting to, because I'm not getting a lot at all.
Neither am I.
Lee Price said DFS is like a 10-man parlay, so it's the same thing. Yeah, it's more like a 10-man round robin, because you can still win without getting everything right. You know what I mean? Unless
it depends on the sport. Depends on the sport. It depends on the sport too.
Sure.
Like showdown is like hitting the 6-leg parlay. You kind of need all 6 to be ultimately right. But like in baseball, you can win with a 0.
Correct. And what I'm saying is you can still cash, right? Like you could still have a winning day without binking. But yeah. It is kind of like that. But like I said, there's a much more community in betting where it's like we're all on this together. With DFS, we could all be on similar players together, but you're not, we're playing against each other. In betting, you're playing against the house. So I've
pretty dramatically changed my exposures for what I think is to the good.
What do you got?
Let me just paste this in. I want to just upload first. It'll give me 5 seconds. Always better to just make sure I do this and then talk.
You're good. I'm just curious on Seth Lugo.
I've by adjusting up the ownership on the Dodgers and the Rockies, I've been able to flatten myself out a bit. So I have 13 Rockies stacks. That's 5-mans and 4-mans. 12 Dodgers 5-mans and 4-mans. 13 for Arizona and 8 for Houston. So I'm normal-ish now. From a pitching perspective, I actually do have Luis Gil and Seth Lugo now. 14% of Luis Gil, 30% of Seth Lugo, 35 of Spaghetti, 30 of
I don't know how much I want to be normal on this slate. The more I think about it, like the more I think about the other stacking options, and no King Crown, and we don't hate the Yankees stack. Josh mentioned it earlier. He said if there was one that kind of stood out to him a little bit, it would be Yankees. Aside from, of course, that Coors Field game, particularly for me, the Dodgers.
Oh yeah, let me see if anything changed on my most recent run. No, I still have them with a little bit of positive leverage. They look good.
Colorado 7% top stack probability now. Houston at 11.8. Dodgers, on our last update 7 minutes ago, they're at 32.3%. Outrageous.
It really is. It really is. This is a fun slate. I'm warming up to it.
Mike McKeever, the one DraftKings pitcher you're definitely playing is the old spaghetti head.
He's right now Logan Allen is my most exposed guy, but I'm working on making that not be the case.
I don't know why I added head to that, but
spaghetti head.
Old spaghetti head, yeah.
Does he have spaghetti style hair? I don't know what he looks like.
How good would that be? That would be
just a mound of like curls,
yeah,
like long curls.
That'd be great. I'm picturing it like out of those movies. Yeah,
that would be good.
Mario Banks, what if you play those three in DraftKings single stat for home runs? All right, real quick before we go, I want to be very clear with something. With a lot of these, we're taking like a market-based approach. So you're not, it's a lot different.
Yeah. These are not the guys that I think are most likely to home run.
Correct. It's that they're more likely to homer than the odds that you're getting. Think of it that way, right? So like if you're going in and you're on FanDuel and you have the true odds set somewhere, maybe you have like a projection / market-based blend, whatever that may be, or whatever. That's what it comes down to. And for what it's worth, dude, even if you're not using our tools like at OddsShop or whatever, just always get the best odds anyway. That's going to save you a ton of money. Even if the bare minimum you do is make sure like you're signed up on a bunch of sports books and you just make sure to get the best odds no matter what. That's going to help you, particularly on home run props and parlays. It's going to go a really long way.
Yeah, like I have Aaron Judge as the most likely home run today. Stanton 2, Alvarez 3, Gunnar Henderson 4. Like that's very different than saying that I like the odds of guy X or Y.
Exactly.
I brought down my Logan Allen to 32%. So now I have 4 guys basically at 35. Richardson, Allen, Spaghetti, and Lugo.
Okay, that's not bad.
Now, Rockies are my most exposed team. Astros are second. Dodgers and Diamondbacks are third and fourth.
Arcatelza, what's up, dude? I missed that earlier, but I'll take a look. He said Volpe at plus 600. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. Caesars has it at 650, but pretty much, I mean, the market's pretty much in line on this one.
Yeah, I don't, it's like really close to neutral for me.
Yeah, it looks neutral. Worries me when the market's in lockstep on something like this, though, too. Anyway, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
I don't think so. Just making a little tweak. I have too much Sean Bouchard, so I'm trying to tweak my way out of that.
All right. Anyway, hey, appreciate you guys hanging out. This was fun. We'll do more of this.
Get ready to hit a 3-leg home run parlay today, too,
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Hey, let's have ourselves a good afternoon. Win some money in the DFS streets, the betting streets as well. Yo, come join us on OddsShopper, by the way.
Yes.
Link's down there. It's really affordable, too. Like, you'll love it. The Discord, jump in the Discord, say what's up. Say you found us here.
By the way, if you guys want to talk a little bit more sports betting, I think you might get Laffy and I popping on to Playback exclusively in the near future after we do a strategy show or something. Hop back on right after this show ends. We chat it up. We look through some other bets. We build out some more stuff, but we'd like to hang out with you guys a little bit more.
I would love to. Yeah. I would like to talk more sports betting as well. For baseball, there's some stuff that's boring, but strikeout props, home run props, I love that type of stuff. We could even sweat some Nerfies and some no-run first innings together, Josh. It could be a good time.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to
be a very good time.
Yeah, let us know. I mean, if you guys would come hang out and watch, we would definitely do it. Maybe we'll just do it anyway. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we'll see you guys back
Hey,
here.
we got enough people watching us play slots.
Yeah. Appreciate those of you who hit the thumbs up and have been subscribers to this channel. Great stuff. We appreciate it. We'll see you back here for the next one. Peace.
Peace.